Good morning, students. Welcome back to history class. In the last class, I have explained about impact of British rule on Indian economy and education. You have learnt information about how the British rule made impact on Indian economies. Yes, students. So British introduced a number of revenue policies. These revenue policies exploited Indian farmers. Mainly, the first one, Jamindari system. Under the system, people were not happy. The farmers were not happy because Jamindars exploited the Indians. Next policy was Raitwari system. This Raitwari system, in these policies, farmers became owners of the land even though they were exploited by the British policies. And finally, they were introduced Mahalwari system. These three revenue policies exploited our farmers, so our farmers were not happy. So one side, another side, a British officer, he told that Indian farmers were born in debt, live in debt, and died in debt. That was the situation. Farmers were born in debt, live in debt, died in debt because they are unable to repay it due to natural disaster, due to heavy taxes imposed on Indian agriculture. That was a system in India. So that's it. That's things. Along with that, the one more thing is we discuss about that drain of wealth. In this chart, in this today's class, we will discuss about that drain of wealth or drain theory. Remember, students, you can learn about drain of wealth or drain theory. What is drain theory? The Indian wealth systematically shifted to England. That was drain theory. Then this drain of wealth was proposed by Dadabhai Naoroji. Who propounded drain theory? Dadabhai Naoroji propounded drain theory. Then students, you should know that who was Dadabhai Naoroji? Remember, Dadabhai Naoroji, he was now known as the grand old man of India. Who was Dadabhai Naoroji? He was a grand old man of India, and also he was a father of early nationalist. Dadabhai Naoroji was a father of early nationalist. As a father of early nationalist, a grand old man of India, he proposed about drain of wealth or drain theory, and he wrote the book. Dadabhai Naoroji wrote the book. The book name Poverty and the British Rule in India. Name the book written by Dadabhai Naoroji. That was one more question. Yes. Name the book written by Dadabhai Naoroji. Poverty and the British Rule in India was the book written by Dadabhai Naoroji, and he proposed about drain theory. According to his theories, according to Dadabhai Naoroji, the British were not much interested in the development of Indian agriculture. Usually they were not interested. British were not interested development of Indian agriculture. They were interested only in the procure of raw material to their factories. They were interested only the procure of raw material to their factories in England. That was the main thing. Why they procure raw material to their factories in England? To safeguard their commercial interest. Remember that? To safeguard that. To safeguard the commercial interest, they give importance to drain of wealth, loot the Indian wealth. And they forced, British officers forced Indian farmers to produce commercial crops because commercial crops brought a greater benefit to the British. These commercial crops did not bring any benefit to our farmers. That's what British forced our farmers to produce commercial crops like cotton, sugarcane, tea, coffee, tobacco, and indigo. Like this commercial crop, they forced to produce these commercial crops, etc., etc. Not only these, along with that, many commercial crops. So that is one. But our Indian commercial crops, the Indian products, commercial crops had greater demand in the European market as well as American market. That's what. To get more benefit in European market and American market, they forced our farmers to produce only commercial crops. That is one. And along with that, the British deliberately did not start industries in India. Wantedly, deliberately did not start industries in India. They converted India into source of raw material. What they made? They converted India into a source of raw material and market for finished goods. They converted India into a source of raw material, market for finished goods. Because they purchased our raw material, made finished goods in England and sold in Indian market. And along with that, Indian handicrafts could not compete with machine made goods. Remember that is. British goods were machine made, Indian goods were man made. Yes, man made goods could not compete with machine made goods. How man made goods could not compete with machine made goods? Because man made goods were costly, machine made goods were cheaper. Yes, they purchased our raw material, made finished goods in England market, in England factories, and sold in our market at a less rate of amount. So usually Indians purchased foreign products because less rate. So Indian did not purchase our goods because machine made goods were costly. Indian goods could not compete with machine made goods. That was the system in India. That's what artisans, craftsmen had turned into tenants or agriculture. They stopped that. Number of cottage and small scale industries collapsed due to this reason and imposed heavy tax on Indian goods. That's what export of Indian goods stopped there. Why export of Indian goods stopped? Because British imposed a heavy tax on our products, our goods. That's what export of Indian products stopped. Export of Indian goods stopped. When export stopped, usually in India, cottage and small scale industry destroyed. When cottage and small scale industry destroyed, remember students, artisans, craftsmen had become unemployed. When they became unemployed, they wanted to lead their life. No, that's what they are all turned into tenants or agricultural laborer. They became agricultural laborer to work at starving wages. They became agricultural laborers to work starving wages. This was the situation, that is. Rajwari system, Mahalwari system again paved the way for Jamindari system. First Jamindari system, next Rajwari system, after Mahalwari system. Again this paved way for that Jamindari system. As a new revenue system introduced by the British were pro-money lenders. These are all the new revenue policies introduced in India because British were pro-money lenders and Jamindars. Remember that. British were pro-money lenders and Jamindars. That is along with that. Hence, the stability and development of Indian village suffered. Remember, stability and development of Indian villages suffered. This is one more thing. So, according to the drain theory, what is drain theory and drain of wealth? According to drain theory, the flow of Indian wealth and resources to England. Remember what is drain theory? The meaning of drain theory, the flow of Indian wealth and resources to England without getting equal economic and material benefit, known as a drain theory or drain of wealth. Once again I will repeat that. Flow of Indian wealth and resources to England without getting equal economic and material profit or benefit is known as a drain of wealth. Remember, according to this, a lot of wealth flowed to England in the form of salaries. Remember that. A lot of Indian wealth flowed to England in the form of salaries and pensions of the civil and military officers. The looted Indian wealth to England, Indian wealth shifted to England in the form of salaries and pensions of civil and military officers, interest on loan, profits by the British capitalists and expenditure on administration, etc. in that way, in the form of salaries. One point. Second one, pensions of civil and military officers, profit by the British capitalist, expenditure on administration. In that way, in this system, Indian wealth shifted to England. The wealth of India was drained due to excess tax on Indian goods and less taxes on foreign goods. Heavy taxes, excess of tax on Indian goods. They impose heavy tax on Indian goods, impose less tax on foreign goods. So the foreign goods were cheaper, Indian goods were costly. So British purchased, only Indians are purchased British products because they are cheaper, but Indian products were costly. So Indian products were not sold in Indian market, and as well as Indian products were did not sold in American market or European market because it was costly. So in that way, Indian wealth shifted to England. So this is that drain theory. What is drain theory? The flow of Indian wealth and resources to England without getting equal economic and material benefit or profit is known as a drain theory, or drain of wealth was proposed by Dadabhai Naoroji. So regarding that drain theory, the information that's called the same information about that. And then the first war of Indian independence, I have explained about the important cause for first war of Indian independence, that was economic condition. Economic condition or economic causes. In the economic causes, all these things I explained about how Indian wealth went to England. Indian cottage and small scale industries suffered a lot. Export of Indian goods stopped. The Indian goods could not compete with British goods. Okay, no? So due to that, a number of artisan craftsmen became unemployed and they were turned into tenants or agricultural laborers. They became a landless due to revenue policies. Farmers became a landless laborers. Due to this is when they forced to grow the commercial crops. So when Indian wealth went to England, during this moment, almost all the craftsmen and also artisans became unemployed and became unemployed, and also strive hard work to get wages. They became a agricultural laborers. Farmers became a landless laborers, and artisan and craft became a agricultural laborers to striving for wages. So this was a system that was drain of wealth. In that way, Indian wealth shifted to England, flowed to England. This is information about the drain theory. After drain theory, next, so impact on education. Yes, students. In the next class, we'll discuss about that, how British rule made impact on education. So you have learnt about the impact of British rule on economy. In the economy means 3 revenue policies and also drain of wealth. Remember student, it is a 10 marks question. Explain briefly the revenue policies of that Britishers in India. So this is one, and they may ask question for 5 marks. Write a short note on drain theory. So this information you have to note down, and next class we'll discuss about that impact of British rule on education. Economy completed. Discuss on education in that next chapter. Thank you, students.